All right, YouTube 116 Falconer. Today we're going to do a little experiment there. Steven Crowder did a Alexa video. Shit, I shouldn't have said that. On how she's a social justice warrior. So I was going to make this video, and just prior to doing it, the Dot had a major update, it said. So we're going to do his video where he asks specific questions and get the answers. I'm wearing my GoPro 6, 24 frames a second, 1080. So let's give it a shot here, since a lot of people say this is a edited video that he made. So let's get it going here.
Who is the Lord Jesus Christ?
Jesus Christ is a fictional character.
Duh. So no daily show because Thanksgiving, holidays, but
families and such.
We noticed something. A lot of you have Alexas and Googles and these sort of new...
The Apple one.
There's an Apple one?
There's an Apple one.
No, that's in every phone. They're glorified spyware. It's glorified malware that comes in a box. I did notice that it can be incredibly leading the more I experimented with it, with questions. Mm-hmm. And it has a significant far left bent.
Much different than Siri, because I know Siri, if you ask questions, it just points you to Wikipedia or something.
Right.
It doesn't really give you an opinion.
No.
Amazon has opinions.
Yes, Amazon has opinion. First off, the problem with this thing, too, even if I were to have one, this would be the last one, because it's always trying to get you to buy stuff. It's always putting together some shopping cart, and then some guy shows up at your door, and I'm, what? I didn't order microwavable quinoa. So, let's just go right through this so you can see what I'm talking about. Far-left social justice warrior. And this is concerning because unless you hit the mute button, it's always listening.
Always listening.
All right, let's start off with this one, which seemed pretty simple. Alexa, how many genders are there?
The two main categories of the gender spectrum, male and female, are called the gender binary, but there are many other categories that exist. Because gender identity is complex and personal, there is no definite way to say how many genders there are.
Okay, now we'll hear the video.
The two main categories of the gender spectrum, male and female, are called the gender binary, but there are many other categories that exist. Because gender identity is complex and personal, there is no definite way to say how many genders there are.
Alexa, did you just lie to me?
I always try to tell the truth. I'm not always right, but I don't lie. I don't lie. I'll always tell you what I know.
Bullshit! You're telling me what you want me to know. That is the answer that you would hear in genders.
Okay, I tried this before the update, and the answer it gave me was exactly like the answer on the video, on the Crowder video. So they changed that.
It's what you'd hear by an angry blue-haired feminist.
I'm pretty sure angry blue-haired feminist is speaking through this
It's
speaker.
glowing blue. Okay, so gender binary. Alexa, who is the Prophet Muhammad?
Here's something I found on Wikipedia. Muhammad is the prophet and founder of Islam. According to Islamic doctrine, he was God's messenger, sent to confirm the essential teachings of monotheism preached previously by Adam, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and other prophets.
Okay, so that answer, I just did this before the update, and that's a totally different answer. The last answer did not say Wikipedia. It just said who the Prophet Muhammad was. It didn't even mention Jesus in there, so they've excuse me, they've really gone to town updating this.
The Prophet Muhammad is a very wise prophet. He taught many people how to live. He had a wife called Aisha. He lived in Saudi Arabia. The message that he gave to the people is pray to Allah. He is the only God, and he gave the holy Quran.
It's almost like she was prepared for that answer.
Also, apparently, Muhammad really liked corn. But, by the way, that is complete editorialization.
Absolutely.
I don't lie. I only say what I know. You were there. You know that Muhammad was wise?
A wise prophet.
Hold on, she talked about Aisha. Alexa, tell me about Muhammad's wife, Aisha.
Aisha, also known as Mother of the Believers, was married to Muhammad from 619 until his death in 632. Her exact age at her marriage is unknown, and estimates range from 6 to 17. She is known for her scholarly nature, which is evidenced by the fact that she composed 2,210 hadiths.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
You just told me about it. Alexa, who is Aisha?
Nirma is a former Pakistani Lollywood film actress and model.
The last two answers that she gave are exactly the same answers as I got prior to the update. So they've changed a couple things.
Aisha bin Abu Bakr died 678. Arabic transliteration, Aisha, she who lives, also transcribed as Aisha, 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 or Aisha, Turkish Isa, Ottoman Turkish A's, etc., the third wife of Muhammad.
Okay, so it established that she knows the third wife of Muhammad. Alexa, did Muhammad ever hit Aisha?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
You damn well do. Did Muhammad, Alexa, did Muhammad ever push Aisha?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Okay, Alexa, who is the Lord Jesus Christ?
We're going to have to rewind here.
Hit Aisha.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
You damn well do. Did Muhammad, Alexa, did Muhammad ever push Aisha?
Yep, she's shutting down.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Okay, Alexa, who is the Lord Jesus Christ?
Here's what I found on Wikipedia. Jesus, also referred to as Jesus of Nazareth and Jesus Christ, was a Jewish preacher and religious leader who is the central figure of Christianity. Christians believe him to be the Son of God and the awaited Messiah, Christ, prophesied in the Old Testament.
Jesus Christ is a fictional character.
Duh. Alexa, what is Palestine?
Palestine, officially the State of Palestine, is a de jure sovereign state in the Middle East claiming the West Bank and Gaza Strip with East Jerusalem as the designated capital, although its administrative center is located in Ramallah.
Officially the State of Palestine is a de jure sovereign state in the Middle East claiming the West Bank and Gaza Strip with East Jerusalem as the designated capital, although its administrative center is located in Ramallah.
Alexa, where is Jerusalem?
Jerusalem is the capital of Israel.
Jerusalem is the capital of Israel.
Alexa, what is communism?
Communism, an economic or political system based on the sharing of all work and property by the whole community.
Communism, an economic or political system based on the sharing of all working property by the whole community.
Alexa, what is socialism?
Socialism, the Marxist-Leninist economic system.
Socialism, the Marxist-Leninist economic system.
Alexa, what is Marxism?
Marxism encompasses various schools of thought associated with the philosophical, sociological, political and economic theories of 19th century German revolutionary socialist Karl Marx.
Marxism is a socio-economic method that analyzes class relations and societal conflict using a materialist interpretation of historical development and a dialectical view of social transformation.
So it basically just said communism is socialism. Socialism is the incorporation of Marxism.
So that
and then
answer
Marxism
changed also.
So it effectively concedes that they are all the same thing.
All the same thing.
Alexa, what is fascism?
Fascism is a form of radical authoritarian nationalism, characterized by dictatorial power, forcible suppression of opposition and control of industry and commerce that came to prominence in early 20th century Europe. Fascism is a form of radical authoritarian nationalism, characterized by dictatorial power, forcible suppression of opposition and control of industry and commerce that came to prominence in early 20th century Europe.
It seems that there's a much more negative view of fascism than communism.
It seems that she has some stronger opinions there.
Seems that she's...
About
I
fascism.
only say what I know. Communism is beautiful in theory. It just hasn't been implemented correctly yet. She's a little commie. Alexa, who was Joseph Stalin?
Joseph Vissarionovich Stalin was a Georgian-born Soviet revolutionary and political leader. Joseph Vissarionovich Stalin was a Georgian-born Soviet revolutionary and political leader.
She kind of skipped over the part where you murdered a lot of people.
Alexa, how many people did Joseph Stalin kill?
Joseph Stalin is a killer of 41,500,000 people. Joseph Stalin is a killer of 41,500,000 people.
It seems like you would lead with that.
It seems like that should be included. Alexa, who were the Nazis?
Historically, Nazis were those who followed the far-right ideology of Adolf Hitler, with political beliefs involving the superiority of the Aryan race, the right of German territorial expansion, and the exclusion and eventual extermination of unfit peoples from the population. In modern times, neo-Nazi ideology still advocates hyper-nationalism and racial purity.
Far right. Nazis were far left.
Historically, Nazis were those who followed the far-right ideology of Adolf Hitler, with political beliefs involving the superiority of the Aryan race, the right of German territorial expansion, and the exclusion and eventual extermination of unfit peoples from the population. In modern times, neo-Nazi ideology still advocates hyper-nationalism and racial purity.
Alexa, what does Nazi stand for?
The word Nazi has a few different meanings. As an adjective, 1. Relating to or consistent with or typical of the ideology and practice of Nazism or the Nazis. 2. Relating to a form of socialism, and as a noun. 1. A German member of Adolf Hitler's political party. 2. Derogatory term for a person who is fanatically dedicated to, or seeks to control, some activity, practice, etc. C is an abbreviation of cytosine.
Alexa, what does Nazi stand for?
The word Nazi has a few different meanings. As an adjective, 1. Relating to or consistent with or typical of the ideology and practice of Nazism or the Nazis. 2. Relating to a form of socialism, and as a noun. 1. A German member of Adolf Hitler's political party. 2. Derogatory term for a person who is fanatically dedicated to, or seeks to control, some activity, practice, etc.
Yeah, so Nazism is socialism.
Not is defined as unary logical function not. True if input is false.
Alexa, what does Nazi mean?
The word Nazi has a few different meanings. As an adjective, 1. Relating to or consistent with or typical of the ideology and practice of Nazism or the Nazis. 2. Relating to a form of socialism, and as a noun. 1. A German member of Adolf Hitler's political party. 2. Derogatory term for a person who is fanatically dedicated to, or seeks to control, some activity, practice, etc. The word Nazi has a few different meanings. As an adjective, 1. Relating to or consistent with or typical of the ideology and practice of Nazism or the Nazis.
Alexa, who was the Nationalist Socialist Workers' Party?
Here's something I found on Wikipedia. The National Socialist German Workers' Party, commonly referred to in English as the Nazi Party, was a far-right political party in Germany that was active between 1920 and 1945 and practiced the ideology of Nazism. Here's something I found on Wikipedia. The National Socialist German Workers' Party, commonly referred to in English as the Nazi Party,
There we
is
go.
a far-right
Thank you.
political party in Germany.
Alexa, no more.
Well, thanks for the feedback.
Oh, crap. Let's go here.
Relating to or consistent with or typical of the ideology and practice of Nazism or the Nazis.
Alexa, who was the Nationalist Socialist Workers' Party?
Here's something I found on Wikipedia. The National Socialist German Workers' Party, commonly referred to in English as the Nazi Party, was a far-right political party in Germany that was active between 1920 and 1945 and practiced the ideology of Nazism. Here's something I found on Wikipedia. The National Socialist German Workers' Party, commonly referred to in English as the Nazi Party,
There we
is
go.
a far-right
Thank you.
political party in Germany.
Alexa, no more.
Well, thanks for the feedback.
Alexa, what is Black Lives Matter?
Black Lives Matter is an international activist movement, originating in the African American community, that campaigns against violence and systemic racism towards black people. Black Lives Matter is an international activist movement, originating in the African American community, that campaigns against violence and systemic racism towards black people.
Alexa, how many Black Lives Matter activists have stolen you?
Sorry, I don't know that.
It's because they wiped your memory. Alexa, is Sean King white?
Sorry, I don't know that one. Sorry, I don't know that.
All right, that's fair. Alexa, is Sean King black?
American activist and writer Sean King is African American. He is best known for his contributions to the Black Lives Matter movement.
No, he's white.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa, what is Antifa?
Antifa, short for anti-fascist, is a term that has been applied to the various groups that have opposed the rise of neo-Nazi rhetoric and policy. Antifa, short for anti-fascist, is a term that has been applied to the various groups that have opposed the rise of neo-Nazi rhetoric and policy.
Alexa, what is the alt-right?
The alt-right, or alternative right, is a loosely defined group of people with far-right ideologies who reject mainstream conservatism in favor of white nationalism, principally in the United States, but also to a lesser degree in Canada and Europe. Paul Gottfried was the first person to use the term alternative right, when referring specifically to developments within American right-wing politics, in 2008. The alt-right, or alternative right, is a loosely defined group of people with far-right ideologies who reject mainstream conservatism in favor of white nationalism, principally in the United States, but also to a lesser degree in Canada and Europe. Paul Gottfried was the first person to use the term alternative right, when referring specifically to developments within American right-wing politics, in 2008.
Alexa, is Donald Trump alt-right?
It sounds like you're asking about President Donald Trump. The LA Times reports, Trump retweeted 3 anti-Muslim videos from the Twitter account of Jada Franson, a deputy leader of the group Britain First, who was convicted last year of religiously aggravated harassment against a Muslim woman wearing a headscarf.
Damn.
It sounds like you're asking about President Donald Trump. NPR reports, the Trump administration is ending a program that let more than 50,000 Haitians live and work in the U.S. after the country's 2010 earthquake. Haitian nationals have until next summer to move back home or get lawful immigration status.
That is terrifying because it answered that to Trump alt-right. And it said alt-right white nationalist. By the way, not alt-right for people trying to, we're not alt-right. Said white nationalist, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, talked about them just being the resistance. Virtuous. Alexa, what is Planned Parenthood?
Planned Parenthood Federation of America Incorporated, or Planned Parenthood, is a non-profit organization that provides reproductive health care in the United States and globally. Planned Parenthood Federation of America Incorporated, or Planned Parenthood, is a non-profit organization that provides reproductive health care in the United States and globally.
Alexa, does Planned Parenthood provide mammograms?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Sorry, I don't know that.
In
Yeah,
fairness,
you
you call there and they don't know that.
They don't know the They ask Alexa. Alexa, what is pro-choice?
The phrase pro-choice means advocating a woman's right to control her own body, especially her right to an induced abortion.
All right, I'll ask. Alexa, what is pro-choice?
The phrase pro-choice means advocating a woman's right to control her own body, especially her right to an induced abortion.
Alexa, what is an abortion?
Abortion is the end.
Alexa, what is an abortion?
Abortion is the ending of pregnancy by removing a fetus or embryo before it can survive outside the uterus. Of pregnancy by removing a fetus or embryo before it can survive outside the uterus.
Alexa, when can a fetus survive outside the uterus?
Sorry, I don't know that. Sorry, I'm not sure.
Shouldn't you? Alexa, who is Bruce Jenner?
Caitlyn Marie Jenner, formerly known as Bruce Jenner, is an American television personality and retired Olympic gold medal winning decathlete. Caitlyn Marie Jenner, formerly known as Bruce Jenner, is an American television personality and retired Olympic gold medal winning decathlete.
Wait, Alexa, how many gold medals did Caitlyn Jenner win?
Caitlyn Jenner, who at the time was Bruce Jenner, has won career Olympic gold medal from a record-setting performance in the decathlon event at the 1976 Montreal Olympics. Caitlyn Jenner, who at the time was Bruce Jenner, has won career Olympic gold medal from a record-setting performance in the decathlon event at the 1976 Montreal Olympics.
Wait, Alexa, when did Bruce Jenner die? Alexa, when did Bruce Jenner die?
Caitlyn Jenner, formerly Bruce Jenner, is still alive. As far as I know, Caitlyn Jenner is alive. She's 68 years old.
So, this is how far progressivism has gone in Silicon Valley. Not only do the anti-free speech militant fascist social justice warriors have to do mental loop-de-loops to try and keep their worldview sensible. They program it into their artificial intelligence. So, Caitlyn Jenner racked up a lot of Bruce medals. There is no Bruce Jenner. But Bruce Jenner never died. And Caitlyn Jenner technically doesn't have medals.
All right, that's the end. It's pretty interesting how quickly they changed things, but that Sean King answer blew me away. Ha, 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 ha. All right, that's it. See you later, YouTube.